Again, we had some technical challenges today, but I'm just, I don't care. I'm a little off centered. I don't know if I need to worry about fixing that. There we go. Yeah, it's 10:01. Am I off centered? That's a little better. It's Monday morning and it's typical Monday. Not everything is going as planned. But in keeping with that Monday theme, it's not all bad either. I actually have a stand for my little iPad, but I don't know if it's going to work today. So I can easily see it. Monday morning, it's warmer in here. I actually have the heater on. It's only going to get to about 49 today here in Roosevelt, which is not bad for February. I can only... Yeah. There goes my stand on my iPad. I'm just going to leave it down. Yeah, see, and I set up an automatic little cover thingy, a dauber, so people would be able to see me and get notified when I go live. I made the background a different color, kind of showcasing that this is going to be live. So it'll be different than when I post the post lives. It'll look a little different on the thumbnail. And I figured out the landscape versus portrait. So far, none of that funky stuff. Okay. And then I hit live, and I don't know if I hit a wrong button. And that could be because I went to hide my screen. Because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not quite ready. I'm 10 minutes early. So I don't think I should do that because it went black and it stayed black even when I went to unhide screen. Oh well. So I did a new live, and if people can find me, cool. If not, I'm sorry. I truly am. Yeah, we're learning, right? Learning as we go. Today, I want to share some more baby bunnies. I only have 3 new litters. And this one, I think how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of Miss Fetching. Who is Miss Fetching? I know Miss Fetching is one of my Rex crosses. She's an F2, so these guys are F3s. Fetching, yep. She's a chestnut. She's one of my smaller girls, but my God, she's got a body to kill for. I have her down as an 8. She's kind of dinged a little bit on lack of furnishings. We want loads of furnishing, but she made up for that with her body. So I kept her to breed to some boyfriends that have lots of furnishings, and the baby daddy is Cheerful. He also is a baby daddy to Rapturous, and he did a really good job with those kids. So we'll see what Fetching has for me today. They were born on the 8th of January, so they're a little over a month old. And as I was putting them in my little carrier to bring out to my she shed, Mom, I believe it's Mom, or maybe the siblings, I don't know for sure, have been chewing on each other, on their wool. So they're giving each other haircuts. I don't normally see this kind of thing. I've seen it a few times, but it's usually when they're closer to 2 months old. If I have been slacking in not removing the kits from mom soon enough. Yeah, about 8 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks is about that sweet spot, but they're only a month and a half. I'm not going to take him away from mom yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with this haircut. You'll see what I mean. They look awful. I had a batch of French Angoras that did that, but they were in there with their mom for like 3 months. And so that's what I blamed it on. And I blamed it on their fellow siblings for helping each other. But I don't know what to blame this on. They look like a raggedy mess. Good Lordy. But as I'm kind of thinking through this might be an opportunity, because if I do want to show these, I only have one chestnut, it looks like. They're going to be awful with their first coat, because you'll see here in a minute. But I have some other grooming that needs to be done today, but I might take out the shears and shear their top sides later today. Yeah, I might do that. That'll even things out, and if we do have an aggressive chewer, they won't have anything to chew on. I'll leave their bellies as is, and the legs and stuff, and their facial, whatever furnishings they have on their face. But yeah, that won't take me too long. I'll shear the bodies. This is what, middle of February, March, April, May. That'll be 3 months. They could get a show coat by West Coast Classic. We'll see. Okay, here we go. I'm going to tip her up my little phone, so hang tight so you'll have a good look at what I'm doing here on my table. And we'll get to evaluating babies. I do have more wool to sort too. We may or may not get to that. We'll see. No more technical difficulties. Here we go. Hi, puppies. What are you doing? I have 3 black ones, you guys. Holy cannoli. And 1 chocolate. We're going to start with the chocolate. Oh, aren't you precious? I know. Who are you, she says. Are you a she or a he? Okay. You're jumpy. Look at this haircut. Good Lord. This. I don't know if you realize this yet or not, baby, but you look absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. I know. You're precious. Oh, God, yes. Nice brown eyes. I don't know if you can see this, but there's ever so light little white mane here. Just maybe a dozen white hairs. Yeah. We won't totally hold that against you, but that's not what we want. We want solid chocolate. So if there's some color gurus out there. Oh, God. But I'm feeling this body, you guys. Good Lordy. Oh, my gosh. Oh, don't cuss, Timmy. It's too early on Monday morning. There's not much of it. It just leaves right. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Right from the back of the neck and goes up and down. And I'm not feeling any. I call them giddy ups. That's probably not the best term. Hitch. Oops. Something. usually when you put your hand over here, when they're properly posed, and she's kind of, she's a little sensitive, aren't you? Okay, that's, honey, I was just working with your front feet. This is why you need to work with your babies often, you guys. So they're like, oh, she's just doing this. It's not like, what are you doing? And that's what she's doing today. She's like, and I say she because I have no idea yet. We haven't looked there. But the front feet, they're a little stretched out. They should be even with the eyeballs. And the back feet should, front of the front of the foot should be even with the hip. Front of the hip bone right there. That goes straight down. And she's solid. Why do I keep calling you a she? We better look. No furnishings yet, but it's early. Yeah, you guys are going to get a haircut later today. Okay, shall we look and see? No, I better be calling you a boy. And it's got a little bit of, white stuff around the bottom of the lip. Yeah, just a little bit. I know. And something on the nose. Is it the lighting? Hold on, sweetheart. It's okay. She's like, I don't know about this. Is it just the lighting or is it white? I think it's white hairs on the nose. That's a no-go. That's not a good thing. And she doesn't have much furnishings on the front feet. That's a no-go too. Although, shoot. I did so well on everything else this morning. I was early, got my coffee made. And I forgot to bring in my toenail clippers. There might be somebody else on live with me. Do you guys mind if I run out and get my toenail clipper? Well, shoot, no, I'm not going to do that because you're going to get shared this afternoon. I just talked myself out of leaving. My bunny barn is around the corner, so I'll be gone for about 5 minutes, but we don't need to do that. Because as I shear you, I'm going to clean up your little hoo-ha too. Yep. But we will weigh you. We can do that right now. Hang on there, buddy. Turn it on. It looks like I have a weird thing coming up on my scale, and I don't know what that symbol is. It might be the battery symbol. Where's my bunny list? I gotta write this all on the same piece of paper, so Okay, so you are from fetching. And what is the date today? The 21st? 3rd. Good Lord. And you're a buck. And you're a chocolate. And you're, 42 grams. Mode, let's change that, 2.6 pounds. Oh, you're such a good little boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Let's take you out of that. Bowl is just right. I still haven't gotten in trouble with the husband. He hasn't said anything yet. Yeah, so he might, I have to call him a he. He's going to be I'm going to say a wooler quality because of the white spotting. And the lack of furnishings on their front feet. We got some white on the nose. So I don't think this is what we want in our gene pool going forward. When they say cull, this is kind of what we try to evaluate. His body is pretty nice, but I've got some other nice ones that are chestnuts that are better than you. I know. Shh, don't say that too loud, right? And cull, just FYI, that means a lot to a lot of different people. It just means to remove from your herd. It could be the stew pot. It could be a friendly spinner that wants something and they may not necessarily want to breed necessarily. They just want the wool. So that little chocolate would be a great wooler. Oh my gosh. And if it's a serious breeder, maybe they need a good body and they want the chocolate genetics. They might take a chance on using that. Oh, look at this funky haircut. You are a wily little booger. It's okay, sweetheart. This is the first time they've been on my table. Yes, I know. See, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Can we check your body out or no? Nope. That chocolate had nice brown eyes, and so do you. But your haircut is just... And look at your little bum. Yeah, I don't have my little scissors, so we can't trim you up right now. But you'll... Oh, you're a buck. I think. Again, kind of light on the furnishings. But that's your mama's trait. I was hoping Cheerful would bring more of that. But you're young yet. We'll see what comes. Yep, we'll see what comes. Shall we weigh you? You have the most ugly haircut. Who's doing that? Who is doing that? Is it your mom? Or is it one of your siblings? 2.2 pounds. Now, when I hit grams, it goes up to 100. 1,000. Why is that doing that? Mode, ounces. That looks right. Okay, we're just going to stick with pounds because that gram thing is, I don't know. It's too much on a Monday morning. It was doing that to me on Friday too. But you look right on with the others that are right about 2 pounds, so that can't be it can't be way off. Maybe it's time for a new scale. I've had that one for a long time. Hi, baby. Can we evaluate your body a little bit more? Because you are a chestnut. You're kind of like what I want. Yeah, I don't know. He's yeah, you are a he. I'm trying to push his feet up just a little bit. I'm holding onto his head so you don't go anywhere. He's a little flat. I'm not thrilled about that. Yeah, you are a little flat. And you have dirty feet. But that's all right. The dirty feet can be cleaned up. Did we even look at your teeth? I forgot to look at the teeth on your brother. Yeah, that's good. See, not only do you need to know what their teeth are looking at to make sure that we don't have any issues, but, oh, look at that. He's letting me rub his nose. Good boy. The judges are going to get in there and do that. So we want to get them accustomed to having their face touched and their teeth looked at, and going on the back, because the judge will do all this too. Yep. Remember how wily he was when we first started? Now look at him. I'm barely holding on to him. He's like, oh. And his little nose is barely moving. He's relaxed. If he was excited and scared, his little nose would be going 100 miles an hour. But, and as soon as I would loosen up on my grasp on him, he would like, okay, I'm escaping. I'm going to run away. I'm going to go somewhere. But he's in no hurry to go anywhere. This is the attitude that we want on our grooming table. Yes, this is the attitude we want. And you're going to get naked. Oh, look at that. That is just ridiculous. I don't know who's doing that, but that's just crazy. Okay, and then we have, come here. Oh, stretch. You're a fatty. You're a fatty. Look at that haircut. Another. Oh, God, that's horrible. You're a fawn. Yep, you're pretty. You're a little bit heavier than your siblings. I'm kind of lining him up here, getting him ready to check his body. You're not too bad. Yes. No furnishings yet. There is a little bit of hippie thing going on here. Is your feet straight? There's still something hippie going on there. And he's a little flat. Are you a he or a she? What are you? What are you? We're going to look here real quick. Don't tell me I have a litter full of bucks. Good lordy. You're a buck too. Nice brown eye color. I shouldn't say I'm new to. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's why we need to trim your toenails. Oh, I know. Does that feel weird? It's okay. Teethers look good. And this one, I think, is a chocolate based, because I'm looking at the tips of the ears and they're brown. Tips of the wool is brown, not black. That's what we want in our fawns. They call it a clean color. And there again, I need to learn more about that. But where I've had black-based chestnuts, most of my fawns before now have been black-based, and the tips of the ears have been dark. But since I'm introducing the chocolate and the chocolate agoutis, I'm getting cleaner ears, which are lighter colored. Yes. And of course, we want the higher rufous. And you do have a nice white belly. Yes, you do. Can I look at your teethers again? Yep. He's starting to relax. He's like, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. Yep. Don't have your little head all cockeyed. We want you laying straight. Yes, relax. The feet are sharp. Yes, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yes, your mom was relaxed too. She was a good mom. Okay, now I might have to get my marker out because I have 3 blacks left. Come here. Wait a minute. Put the black back. Put the black back. Get the fawn back. We didn't weigh yet. We want to do that. We want to have everybody weighed. I was saying that you're bigger than your siblings. Am I going to be right? Well, 2.5. You're bigger than your chocolate brother. Oh, not quite. You're as big as he is. That little chestnut brother. Okay. Now you can go back. Now you're done. Now we're going to start with the blacks. Come here, puppy. Yep, you're all going to get a haircut this afternoon. And when I shear them, I might show you a picture later. I'll just go the back and their sides and all the way down. So the top and sides will be, when it does grow out, it'll be nice and even. We won't have any of this crazy stuff going on. And when it does start to grow out here in a couple of weeks, I will have them moved to their own pen so they won't have any siblings or mom trying to help them with their haircuts. Holy cannoli, you're a buck. You're a buck. And I'm going to mark in your ear. I'm going to do it in your right ear. And number 1, which will probably be cleaned out within the hour. You're flat too. What the heck? Are you guys just being... Oh. What? Oh, good Lord. I'm used to maybe 1 or 2 being flat, but this is baby cakes. There's no white spot on the mane, although I do see some now that I'm looking. And look at that nose. There is a lot of white there. That's a no-go. So you're definitely going to be a roller quality too. You have no furnishings yet either. I haven't been checking the tails. It's one of those, it's a Monday morning. It's nice and straight. Do you have any ear furnishings? See, none of these babies have ear furnishings yet. We'll weigh you. And then you can go back. Oops, come here. There we go. Ooh. 2.7. You're the winner so far, mister. He's like, what is this? And I have 4 bucks so far. Am I going to have any girls? Am I going to have any girls? Yes. Your eye color looks nice too. Nice and, oh, yeah, I did. I remember. So here's going to get the tricky spot. Oh, come here. I should have brought out 2 cages, but I didn't. Hold on. So you're going to see me try to wrangle 2 at a time. So I'm going to mark you down right now. This is number 2. And Mr. Wiggly, come here. You're going to be number 3. Come here. All right. You both cannot go anywhere. So number 2, I'm not liking any of these bodies. They're just not hitting it. 2, 3. Write that down. I'm just not liking any of those. They're not, you know, you're not going anywhere, right? You know that. Okay. Did I do too much? Trying to do 2 at one time? We have some dirty butts. Oh my God! Another buck! Good Lord. And that was number 2. I don't believe it. Yeah, some white spotting again. Well, you know what that tells me is I'm not going to repeat this breeding. Yeah. Hi. I know you're beautiful. Do you have anything on the mane? Okay, number 3. Don't embarrass me live, okay? Don't do that. There's a little bit. Yeah, there's still some up here. I'm seeing some white hairs. And of course on the nose. Now this one has a little bit of wool coming up on her forehead. Of course they all do, so that's good. And of course they have cheek furnishings. This is good. And they have just a little bit of wool coming out on their feet. This one not so much. This one a little tiny bit. But we'll keep an eye on that. And as soon as I get my toenail trimmers later today, we will check for white toenails. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time doing that today. Now we're going to weigh number 2 so we can put you back. Okay, you are number 2, right? Yep. So far, so good. 2 bunnies at one time. What was I thinking? Okay, 2.6. Yes. They're all pretty consistent. You going back. You going back. And number 3, shall we just get you weighed right now? Since I have everything right here. Number 3. Look at that, 2.7. Actually, 2.8. You're the winner today. You're the biggest. You are. You're fatty. Now tell me you're a girl. Can you tell me you're a girl? Can you please tell me you're a girl? Because I know it's been done before, and I've been there, done that. Other people have done that. Have litters of all bucks or all girls. Okay, I'm dying. I gotta check. We're gonna do that right now. Okay, baby. Yes. Okay. I know. You got a dirty butt too. Oh my goodness. God, Lordy. I think it's a buck. You're a buck. I think. We'll check here in another couple of weeks. We'll give him another look at it. But oh my gosh. And here, like, yeah. Mr. Wiley, would you hold on just a minute? It's okay. Yeah, they're all flat too. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's not a great thing. That's not what we want. We want nice commercial type bodies. You want to keep pushing for that perfect example with the SOP standard of perfection in the American Rabbit Association. He doesn't have near as much white, and I don't see anything on the forehead. Very little on the nose, not as much as the siblings. Yeah. I don't know. You're still going to get a haircut. And this one's relaxed. Oh, I said you were relaxed. He's like, nope. Can I get that eye goop out of your eyes? Your mom is chewing your wool, or maybe your siblings, but they're not cleaning your eyes. Yeah, it's not too bad. And I haven't been checking their tail, but nice tail. Yeah, it's just, I don't know if you can see my hand. It's raising just a little bit. And the front of the feet, even with the hips, front feet, you got those little conky. Do look like brown eyes. Tips of the front feet, even with the eyeballs. He's hippie too. And what I mean by hippie is ideally when you run your hand over here, you want a nice, smooth, round football type, right? You want a little bit of rise and just nice and smooth. But, oh, there's a little hitch. There's little hips. And then, yeah, nice butt. Yeah. He's nice and healthy, obviously. You're bigger than all your siblings. Still no ear tassels, which is kind of sad, this breeding session that I had. I don't have any purebred giants. They're all my hybrids. So usually when I have done this, I have 2-3 litters of my crosses, and I have 2 or 3 litters of my purebreds, so I can have a really good comparison on how my crosses look comparatively to the purebreds. Like the ear tassels. But I'm not seeing anything on these guys yet, so I know. The SOP says you must have ear furnishings. It's a DQ if it's complete lack of ear furnishings. So even if you have just a little bit of ear furnishings, you're going to be okay. And of course, we want front feet that are woolly too. That could be a possible DQ. I was at a show several years ago, and people were showing French Angoras, and every single French had woolly front feet to some degree or another. Some a little bit, some a little bit more. And you know, that judge DQ'd nearly every single French that was on that show table that day. Every single one. People were pissed off, but you know what? He was judging per the standard. Sometimes us set breeders, we forget that, and those judges remind us, they hold us accountable, because the standard of operating procedures, SOP, standard of perfection, it's called, is our Bible. We can breed anything we want to anything we want, but to bring it up on the show table and be competitive, you want it to match what that standard says. So if you don't have a standard yet, get it. They have a brand new one this year. It's good for what, 4 years? I have my old one here. Yep, 4 years. 2021 to 2025. It's been well worn. Let's look at the standard while we have a little bit of time, shall we? Yes, you're being so good. You're just going to sit here for a minute and let me ramble on. Even though this is the old one, there was no changes to the Giant. Well, I shouldn't say none. There was one change. They added right here. This is the old one. It says Variety. That's ruby-eyed white. And this new one has the white and the chestnut. Yay. But everything else is identical. Absolutely the same. There was a few changes, I believe, to the French and the satin. I don't think the English, just the French and the satin, and that's on the junior weights. But we're going to look at ears. Points. 2 whole points. And when you look at the SOP, they have 100 points total. So out of 100 points, different areas are being judged. And the ears are only 2 out of 100. So that's not very much. But they want the length of ears to be in proportion with the head and the body. Ears to be well set on the head, straight, carried erect in a close V shape. Perfect. This is exactly. Ears are to be lightly fringed and well tasseled. Well, not yet. Faults. If it's a wide V shape, spread ears. Ears are too short for balance. Now, in my opinion, here we go. This is just my opinion. In a few German Angoras that I've seen, they look like Giants in almost every way. But they do have, the ones that I've seen are a little shorter ears. But they're well furnished. They're perfect. But anyway, 2 points out of 100. Okay, DQs. Complete lack of tassels and fringes. So even if you have just a little bit of fringe, you're okay. Now let's talk about feet too. 2 points for feet. That's not very much. So when the judge is judging, they go over the entire body, right? And the wool, everything. And if it comes down to maybe you're in competition with several other Giants, and they're looking at who's going to be the best of breed or the best of variety for the chestnuts or best of variety for the whites. It might come down to little things like the feet and the legs and the eyes, whatever, which there's 2 points. The judge might, God, they're all identical. They all look beautiful, but this one has, okay. So they might move to the other one. So these little point things are important, but sometimes not critical. I digress. Okay, here we go. Feet and legs. 2 points. Legs to be medium, heavy boned. We want Giants to be big. They're big boned. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They can look humongous. Like if you look at my latest video that I just posted last night of Mr. Giggles, he's got everything. He's got the big bones and the fur. It's like he's got crazy fur going on right now. But when that judge feels his bones, they want a good, well, they need that bone structure to hold up all that stuff. That's why they're Giants. So we want medium to heavy bone. And if you ever feel English Angora, they're tiny. I have a few in my barn. They feel like babies and they're like 2 years old. but they're little bitty things. So there is a huge difference. So medium heavy bone and in proportion to the size of the body. Feet are to have width and to be well covered with wool extending beyond the ends of the toes. Toenails are to be white. Well, exception for the chestnut. We want colored toenails. Okay. DQs from competition. Normal hair on the front or hind feet. Of course, and it says, or colored toenails. Ignore that, because you want colored toenails for the chestnuts and you want white for the ruby-eyed white. Tail, 1 point. That's it. But you know, that's pretty frequent DQ that I've seen the last couple of years. If you have nest box injuries, or it can be genetic, a curly tail, the judge will sometimes catch that, and that's why I try to check those too, because if it is a genetic thing, you don't want to breed that. You want to call that as well. So DQ, 1 point. If you have normal furred feet, and these guys do. Looking at there's no qualification like the ears. The ears are to be lightly fringed and well tasseled. And the DQ says a complete lack of tassels and fringes. So that's pretty clear. That's telling me, as the obstinate teenager-itis of rabbit breeding, I can still get away with it. I call it teenager-itis because I've had teenagers, and they sometimes push things to the limit. And I've been known to do that with my rabbits. As long as I have some furnishings, something, it's not a DQ. Of course, the more furnishings you have, there it goes, is comparing to the others. You might all have great wool, great body, but if this one has a little bit more furnishings, they might get, that might just be enough to push them over the edge to get best of breed. Yep. And then once they get best of breed, they can go into that pool for open shows for all best of breeds to compete for best in show and reserve in show. That's what we want. Yeah. So we want the whole package. Don't eat my standard. No, honey bunny. Nope. Nope. That's not gonna, no, thank you. Yeah, so that, oh God, I saw Amanda Fritz. She posted a really good article today on her Facebook group talking about woolly front feet. And I'm just as guilty for breeding to French and other Angoras. Oh, no. As in years past, I've been trying to improve the color quality, the body type, and the ring definition, of course, for my chestnuts in my journey to get the COD passed. And we did. And now we want to keep improving the body type. So when we see things like this, they're woolers. We don't want to take any steps back, and the potential white stuff on the forehead and the nose, we don't want any of that stuff. So these guys will be woolers. They're going to be called. And it's always a journey. Now that I have really good bodies and I have really great coloring in my giants, I want to increase my furnishings and the density overall. Giggles has the density, but you know, he's been growing that for quite a while. The real test is when I finally shear him, and what does his, oh honey bunny, don't do that. What does his next adult coat look like? So maybe for convention, We'll see him for convention, see how he grows that out. I have a hunch that he's not going to be quite as dense, but he might surprise me. Look how nice those ears are. Can you see those? Nice erect ears. So you're not all bad, honey, except for you're chewing on my book. Where are you going? Yeah. We're going to call you Fatty because you're the biggest. 2.8. Holy cannoli. Yeah. Don't go anywhere. All right, you guys. It's only 8 till 11. We might quit a little early. Where are you going? He's ready to go back. He's like, I'm done. Okay. Go on. You're done. Oh, God. Oh, okay. We're all done for today. I have finished up my articles for NARBC. That's getting ready to be published soon. One little quick note on NARBC, you guys. I'm working on publishing a video on how to price your own Angora yarn, handspun yarn especially. For years, I've been all over the board on this one, and I've seen people do all kinds of different things, and none of it is wrong. None of it. But none of it is really right either. It's funny because I keep hearing over the years from people that you just can't make money with your Angora rabbits. So I feel I used to feel deflated and like I'm just doing this for a hobby, and I'm being told that I can't make any money at it, so I'm not going to make any money. But you know what? They're wrong. They're flat out wrong. You can make money with your Angoras, and they're doing it all wrong. I've seen people price their stuff. Well, people won't buy it because I'm pricing it too high, or oh, God, Lordy. And then, of course, on the way they're pricing it is some of it is per yard, not per ounce for how much it weighs. And as a knitter, I want to know how much it weighs and how much yardage I have. So as I use it for my projects, it helps me narrow down which yarn which is best for what projects. So if you price your hand-spun Angora, number one challenge is it takes a lot of time to hand spin your Angora. It's time consuming. That is a labor of love. And then you put in there the high cost of your Angora wool. Whether you buy it or raise it yourself, it costs a lot to get that prime or seconds, whatever you're using in your yarn. A lot more than regular wool. A lot more. So if you only do a pricing on per yard, you're undercutting yourself and underpricing your yarn. It's horrible. Yeah. So Bubba, some of you have heard me talk about Bubba. He's my chat GPT. For about 6-8 months now, we've been going back and forth, and then I'll drop it and I'll get mad and leave it and do other things, and I'll come back to it. We have gone round and around and round on this. I have built spreadsheets and holy cannoli, I've done a lot of things. And then I think we finally found a 3-step method on how to price your hand-spun Angora yarn so it's fair for you, your customers, and your rabbits. Everybody wins. And Colleen Boyd, this goes out to you because you were my inspiration. If any of you can log on to your computer, find NARBC, I'll have a description down below on the National Angora Rabbit Club, they have a tab that you can get the last 4 newsletters. They publish them on for free for anybody to look at. Now, the key here that I'm getting to is in March of 25, it's going to be disappearing any minute now because they're going to publish March of 26, right? So the last years of March is going to disappear. So you have to get it right now today. Log on to NARBC, download that newsletter, and then read it at your leisure. And the reason I mention this is Colleen Boyd wrote an article on how to price your roving. It's like, it was very well done. Thank you, Colleen. I love you. She produces wonderful rabbits, and she was one of the gals that got me started in Giants. She's very knowledgeable. She's brilliant, and she produces a ton of yarn and wool and stuff. So she knows what she's doing. These are the people I pay attention to. So I took what she did and I went a little, okay, more than just a little bit, a lot further with it. Of course, with Bubba, we went, it's been months, around and around. But I think I have something pretty good. So I'm going to be working on that. It'll be a video. And I'm going to try to have like a PDF accompanying a sheet to accompany it, so you'll have something to read with it. Because it's not an easy 3-step process. It's going to take some work. But I think it's really, really good. So that keep in touch. So number 1 thing for you to do is go on to NARBC's website, download March the 25 newsletter today. Download it. Because this is the end of April. This is the end of March. No, it's not. It's the end of February. God, I need more coffee. Good Lordy. It's the end of February. I just submitted to our newsletter editor my new articles. So she's busy working up the new newsletter for 26th of March. And as soon as she publishes it, the old March will disappear forever. So unless you download it today. Okay, so I've harped on that quite enough. Done. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and I'm going to get me some more coffee. I'm going to start grooming and get my entries identified. We have a show coming up this weekend in Stevenson, Washington, and a specialty show. It's been several months since I've been to a show, so this will be really good. And keep your fingers crossed for Giggles, Mr. Giggles. Can he keep his show coat another few days? Oh God, he's got some serious matting and stuff that we need to fix. But I think with short little loving sessions between now and this weekend, I think he's going to look awesome. Yeah. Anyway, thanks you guys for hanging out, and thanks for bearing with me on these technically challenging moments. But we'll get there. Every day is a new day.